I'm going to bring back my brother Hank, and we're going to answer some questions together as a Question Tuesday. On Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Want this one? Oh.
He's going to let it go around again. You're so smart that.
So this time someone will lose. And I'm going to, okay, you take the first. So you have some questions.
I have a stack here. This one says, what is the purpose of telling stories?
Oh, I'm glad they started out easy.
I tell stories for duplicity, so that people will not blame me for things that I did. That's how I learned anyway. That's certainly how you learned.
Yeah, I tell stories about, I mean, I'm going to try to say this for the last time, that we're all going to die and everything that we do will be forgotten. But, as McLeish said, I shall say that you will die and none shall remember you. But, where was I going? That is not a sad revelation to me. The reason that I tell stories is that I think that it's helpful to both tell and read stories for us now, not in some attempt to like last forever or make a mark or anything like that. I just think that it's really helpful to me to read and write stories. I've said this before, but to me it is the way that I'm able to very occasionally transcend the limits of myself. You know, to get outside of myself. Whether I'm reading or writing, I can be drawn outside of myself to a greater extent than when I'm doing anything else.
Great answer.
Thanks.
What is the most embarrassing memory of your childhood? Should I take this one since you just talked for a long time?
Yeah.
When I was in middle school, that's childhood, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Someone stole my milk. Beginning of the story. And then they like played keep away with it for a while. I know, it's gonna get worse. And then they made some sort of bait and switch, and they gave me back what looked like to be my milk, but it was empty. Someone had swapped out an empty milk with like the little paper flap sealed back together. They still use those little paper flaps?
Yeah.
Oh my God! What is it about the world we can't have bottles? Okay. And then I was like, oh, I can't believe my life. And then somebody threw out what I thought to be the empty paper, and I went, oh! And the cafeteria was covered in milk. And I got blamed for stepping like the administrators were like, you son of a troublemaker! So that was a bad day.
That's a good one.
Okay, next. If you were to travel through a portal and end up either in Narnia or at Hogwarts, where would you go?
If I were to say anything other than Hogwarts, I would be attacked.
No! Narnia's freaking cool! You guys think Narnia's cool?
I mean, I would much rather go to Hogwarts, where at least there is the opportunity to have some kind of romantic relationship.
The ice cream hot. What was I talking about?
I think my chances of having a girlfriend are like way better at Hogwarts.
More nerdy girls at Hogwarts. Yeah. I think I would also go to Hogwarts just because I like this world, you know? I like this world, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
But it would just be like this world, but a little cooler. That's the whole point of the books, really. John, what would you do if a bear attacked you? Right now, he's over there! That was a well-timed question. Who a bear?
It reminds me of speaking of things I don't like about Shakespeare. Famous.
Take it on people who can't defend themselves.
Yeah, he never complains. exit pursued by a bear. It's the greatest stage direction of all time. No, you raise your hands, you get as big as possible, and you make a lot of noise to say, "Bear, I'll eat you if you come at me."
Well, that's the first step, but in this question, the bear attacked you already.
Play dead. Play dead.
No, that is actually incorrect. I'm from Montana, where there are bears. First, what you do is you go, "I'm a big man," and then the bear's like, "Woof, woof, woof, woof." And like, woof, they make a woofing noise. And then you lay down and play dead, and then it's like, "Oh, never mind." And then if it goes away, you're good. If it starts to eat you, stop playing dead and punch it in the face a lot. That's the whole story. I know you guys don't have to worry about that so much here, but it's hidden, but that's just the case.
Yeah, I know that this audience of New Yorkers is so grateful what to do when they encounter a bear at the corner of 86th and Columbus.
Dear John, a squirrel. What do you do when you're being attacked by a squirrel? You kill it! You guys are wusses!
You eat it!
What is your least favorite word?
I like all words. No, I mean, my least favorite word is a word that I cannot say in public. It's 4 letters.
No, nothing else.
That's all I'm going to say.
Don't heckle me. How much can you bench?
I don't understand the question. Bench is a noun.
How much can you bench press on a bench press?
I would not know the answer to that question, having never, ever, 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 ever in my life done that. Why would you do that?
Can you say nerd fighter backwards, no practicing?
Red. Dread.
That is incorrect. It's red gift dread.
I forgot the middle part.
How long does it take you, Hank, to make your average Vlog Brothers video? This is for both of us, I guess.
From making, figuring out what I'm going to write about to making a video, probably a combined 6 hours.
Yeah, I spend about 8 hours on a video usually. I start at around 8:30 and then upload at 4:30.
I usually start it 4 days beforehand, but I just mix it up, spread it out more.
Yeah. Great question.
That was very...
What is your favorite thing about nerd fighters?
Besides this.
Oh, including this.
The miss.
Oh. Hank and I are part of a community of people who watch these videos that we make and then also do a lot of awesome stuff around the world and are committed to what we call decreasing world suck. And my favorite thing every year that we do is not something that happens in real life because I have too much social anxiety to enjoy real life. My favorite thing is when we all come together every December and make videos about our favorite nonprofits and then raise money for charity. Speaking of which, what would you suggest that teens do to help decrease world suck, Hank?
I've always found that one of the primary things that helps me decrease world suck is understanding the world. So that's a good start, and that does involve school and reading a lot and watching QI, which is available for free on YouTube if you live in America. So just search for Quite Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we're both big believers in celebrating intellectualism and celebrating the idea that, being a nerd, which has so long been taken as an insult, is one of the nicest things that someone can say about you. Because basically they're saying... It's essentially someone saying, congratulations on being an informed and educated and thoughtful citizen. And I'm like, yeah, thanks. So I do believe that decreases world suck. Understanding world suck decreases world suck. But I'd also recommend volunteering. Also tonight you can donate to This Star Won't Go Out, the charity that Esther's family set up in her memory. And your donation donations up to $500 will be matched by us tonight. So over where the merch is, where you can buy Hank CDs and also my books, you'll also see this large bucket. If you put bucket in that money, it will go to...
bucket in that money.
Hey, what should I name my cat? Asks Eleanor.
What should you name your cat?
Yeah, that's from Eleanor.
Thanks, Eleanor. People, I have a feeling that the timer is getting awfully close, so maybe you should answer this one.
I have no thoughts.
Jeff.
Do you attribute YouTube to Do you attribute YouTube to part of your success? No cheating! I didn't cheat.
That's a question for you, clearly.
No, you're successful as well.
It says authorial success.
Okay, I'll answer that question. Do I attribute YouTube to part of my authorial success? Yes. I mean, certainly, YouTube has been an amazing way to reach out to tons and tons of new readers and people who love reading, and that's been awesome. It's also a way to tell you guys that we're going to be here, which is nice because otherwise you might not have come. So I do definitely think that it has helped. Hank, would you like to ask a question of the audience?
Would I like to ask them a question?
We're out of questions.
Raise your hands if you have a question. Yes. Favorite video that John has made? There's like 900!
My favorite Hank video is Helen Hunt because I didn't even know he could play the guitar when he uploaded that.
I really don't want to start talking right now. My favorite John video is about puppies. I'm very nervous! It's so close! It's very close.
No, it's not. Keep going.
That's my question. Oh. We should make a rule.
You talked last! It's not my fault. I'm 2 for 2. I love not getting shocked. It's one of my favorite things that can happen at Nerdfighter gatherings. The time has come. No pity. There are rules in this world. That was great. I enjoyed every second of that. Hank, you gonna play a couple more songs for us? Hank. Are you gonna play a couple more songs for us? Alright. Hand recovery, quickly. Alright. I'll be back.
It uses a varied amount of time, so it's a game, and it's like, it goes, and then like when the thing flashes green, you hit the button, and the last person to hit the button gets shocked. So we just do it on 2-player, and nobody hits the button. But that time, so it's a varied amount of time, but that time was very short, and so I was ready to hold on and like wait for a second and be like, but no, as soon as I touched it. You may have seen this thing in the Charlie McDonald video. That's where we got the idea.